The state of YouTube ads at the moment is pretty bad. So let's check out some of these terrible ads just so we can, bring awareness to them. I'm saying this as if it's like a noble cause or something, like, oh, bring an awareness to these crappy ads. Oh my God. It is a noble cause, for sure. Totally noble cause. Before we start this first ad, did you know that hearing impairments have nothing to do with your ears? Your ears don't really work. They're an illusion. They're just here for a show. They're only here so we can wear hats and glasses.
Did you know that hearing impairments have nothing to do with your ears?
Let's have a look and see how people can get hearing impairments, see if there's any truth to what they're saying. The first site I clicked on says there are 3 types of hearing loss. Conductive, which involves the outer or middle ear. So already we're involving the ear. Sensorineural, I can't say that, I'm sorry. Which involves the inner ear, also the ear as well. And then mixed. So the whole argument hearing loss has nothing to do with the ears is really not looking so good. It's just hanging on by a tiny little piece of earwax at the moment.
The ears are nothing more than a microphone to the part of the brain responsible for your hearing.
In the ad, they're talking about the nerves that, take the information to the brain. They're what's causing your deafness. They're the real problem. So this ad is only talking about one form of hearing loss, which is where the nerve pathways to the brain aren't working properly. There's been some damage to them. That's what these ads love to do. They just wrap everything up into this one-size-fits-all kind of thing. Like, you have hearing loss of any type, our product's gonna help you out, even though we're only talking about one specific part of hearing loss. And then even then, whatever they're probably trying to sell or trying to get you to buy probably isn't any good either. So it's best to just stay away from these kind of products.
These scientists were shocked to discover that all hearing impairments stem from one single root cause. Most importantly, they revealed a simple 10-second technique that you can start using tonight.
They're doubling down on their claims. They said there is one single root cause to hearing impairments. This statement is just so far from the truth. We're looking on legit sites as well. This is a National Institute of Deafness and Other Communication Disorders. Most noise-induced hearing loss is caused by the damage and eventual death of these hair cells. Unlike bird and amphibian hair cells, human hair cells don't grow back. They are gone for good. And these hair cells are what help you hear. So if these are gone, you can't hear, and you're not going to be able to hear anymore. So this 10-second ritual isn't going to help anybody who has this problem. So whacking a couple spoons in front of your ear isn't going to do anything if you have noise-induced hearing loss.
The billion-dollar hearing aid industry has already removed this special presentation from the internet twice before.
Of course this ad would go there. The billion-dollar hearing aid industry has already taken down this presentation twice? Maybe you should make a better presentation next time that isn't so misleading and actually has real facts in it. Then maybe that wouldn't have happened. Obviously that didn't happen. This is like the victim card that all these ads always play. They're like, oh, the billion-dollar any industry in their field is stopping me from making my ads, even though I'm perfectly able to make them on YouTube for some reason. So that ad was pretty bad. What if I told you the next ad is even worse? Considerably worse. Like illegal. That's how bad this ad is. This sounds so clickbait, like I found an illegal YouTube ad. The YouTube ad that nobody is allowed to watch or something like that. So just for clarification, I live in British Columbia, Canada. And they have certain rules here about tobacco. And one of them happens to be selling taxable tobacco products without charging or collecting tobacco tax. And they said that that is about $65 per carton. That's how much of it is tax. So let's have a look at this ad and see if there's anything, contradicting this a little bit. Did you know Canadians are getting tax-free premium smokes for $50 a carton? Is there anything wrong with that sentence there? Any alarm bells ringing in your head right now? And why does it say discreet shipping? Are we selling to people who shouldn't be buying them as well? Because then selling tobacco to persons under the age of 19 is also illegal in BC and also in Canada, I think. That's also not good either, if that's what they're implying by that. I don't know. I don't know if there is some sort of legal way that they're going about this and there's some kind of loophole that they are using, but it just seems a little bit sketchy from my point of view. I don't know. And then it goes on to say, sick of paying overpriced government-taxed smokes, which isn't even good English either. Sick of paying for overpriced government-taxed smokes, And also they're using the term smokes a lot in the ad instead of cigarettes. Like, is there like a legal term for cigarettes and maybe smokes don't fall under that? I have no idea. So even if this was meant for another province that has some sort of wacky laws that I don't know about, they still claim to sell it Canada-wide, which would mean in BC, which would mean that it still falls under the laws of BC. So I don't know I'm so confused. But somehow it gets even weirder. If you click on the link, it takes you to custom designs for raised beds. That's where it takes you. That's where it leads you. If you click on it, I've gone back and done it a couple of times, and every time it takes you to custom designed raised beds. Is this just a big brain move by garden bed manufacturers? They're like, how can we sell more products? Well, let's make an ad saying we're selling cheap cigarettes, and then people will click on that, and then we'll link it to our website of custom raised bed designs. And then they'll buy our designs. Marketing. Did I just stumble upon some like government sting operation? They're like trying to catch people who are into buying illegal cigarettes or whatever. Now I'm gonna be on that list too, damn it. I swear this was only for YouTube research. But then they're like, also link it to some garden bed designs because these people need to start doing some more productive stuff with their life. They need to learn how to garden. You know, instead of buying illegal products, start gardening. Who knew it was that easy to prevent illegal activity? Just tell them to start gardening. You there thinking of robbing a bank? No, plant some corn. Grow some carrots. Have you ever heard of this Mediterranean weight loss ritual? No? Well, you're about to find out with this amazing ad that's coming up next.
People are suddenly losing up to 2 pounds every night as they sleep by adding one unusual ingredient to a glass of warm water before bed.
This looks like miniature Orbeez. People are starting to lose weight across the country by eating Orbeez. Okay, don't eat Orbeez, obviously.
Weight gain actually has very little to do with diet or exercise.
Apparently, weight loss has nothing to do with diet or exercise. It has absolutely nothing to do with your diet. That's why we're selling you supplements, which have to do with your diet. If you eat too much junk food, you're gonna become overweight. Like stats back this up, you know, when foods became more and more processed, then you see like the rising, you know, obesity in countries, you know, countries that don't eat like this don't have the problem. You go to like countries in Asia and Africa and stuff like that, where they don't eat high processed Western diets full of fats and sugars and all that other junk. They don't have obesity problems. But that couldn't possibly be the reason. I'm sure it's whatever this ad is talking about. That they definitely know it way more.
A high-ranking industry insider has leaked an ancient Mediterranean ritual that naturally breaks down this sticky buildup, quickly restoring normal liver function.
They show the most wacky stuff in these ads. In a previous ad, they showed like a fern in a petri dish, and apparently that was like gonna save you of all your weight loss problems too. What even is on that guy's finger? And whatever it is different from whatever they're putting in the cups too. It's like a completely different color of green and looks very different. It wouldn't be a true YouTube ad safari if we didn't check out a financial ad too. So that's what we got next.
So I need you to stop whatever you're doing and give me your undivided attention, okay?
500, 1,000, even 2,000 a day. I love you.
The testimonies in this ad are what make this one funny. 1,000, 2,000 in a day. I love you. This ad seems like they've taken the testimonials and like taken them out of context and like edited them to sound like way better than they actually are. One person's like, I wish I made $10,000 a month. And they just like cut it up into the person saying, I made $10,000 a month. There's also this timer going on above her as well. And it says, get started in 10 seconds. But when it runs out, just nothing happens too.
I can't tell you how good this feels. For the first time in my life, I bought something online and I got way more than my money's worth.
Apparently this course is the only thing this guy's ever bought online and gotten like more than his money's worth. Seriously, he's never like gone on Amazon and gotten like a deal on ketchup or bought some Adidas shoes on Black Friday. Like he's never done anything like that. Like that seems a bit hard to believe, really. You know, there's a lot of good deals online. That's why the family businesses and the brick and mortar stores are going out of business.
Kind of lucked out because a friend of mine had an invitation. He couldn't come, so he gave it to me.
Over 20.
They just cut it off there because what you didn't see is the guy went on to say, yeah, and it was kind of boring. You know, I didn't really learn anything that amazing. I kind of really knew most of the stuff already.
Over $2,300 per day on average. I cannot tell you how good it feels.
She doesn't say that, oh, I make $2,300 a day on average. She just says over $2,300 a day on average. Seems like they're cutting and moving things around. I cannot tell you how good it feels to be part of this program where you can make $2,300 a day on average, you know? Like that's what she could have been saying. I don't know. Could they? Maybe?
76,000 in 4 months.
Again, the guy just says $76,000. He doesn't say I made that amount. I may be wrong, but it just seems like they're trying to be a little bit misleading. So that was fun checking out the ever degrading quality of YouTube ads. If you did enjoy this video, why not subscribe?